WTMJ Milwaukee.
10 o'clock, we have 43 degrees. Look for increasing cloudiness today. It'll be breezy, a chance for a shower this afternoon or this evening. High today, 55. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Connie Weber. President Trump and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth expected to deliver remarks from the Oval Office. Hegseth teased a big announcement for the Department of Defense. The announcement comes after a visit from Elon Musk. CBS News White House reporter Willie James Inman has more.
We know that this announcement will include a announcement by the president and the Secretary of Defense to talk about sixth-generation fighter jets, a contract that will be awarded to produce those fighter jets. This, of course, comes after a morning meeting between the Secretary of Defense and Elon Musk.
A fire that closed London's Heathrow Airport has sparked one of the most serious disruptions in air travel in years. More than 1,300 flights canceled and hundreds of thousands of journeys disrupted following that electrical substation blaze. New warning for parents on children's car seats.
A knockoff handbag is one thing. A knockoff car seat, quite another.
If it's a dupe of a car seat, your baby might not survive a crash that they could have survived.
Child safety experts like Dr. Alyssa Baer say counterfeit car seats are flooding online retailers. ABC News showing Dr. Baer a couple of seats listed on Amazon and Temu.
I am not seeing any mention of the brand name. Sometimes price can be a red flag.
Approved car seats will always have a certification sticker, she says. Both retailers have now removed those seats for sale. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Thefts of Hyundais and Kias fell nearly 38% last year, due in part to an increase in anti-theft measures the automakers put into the vehicles. Meanwhile, a different vehicle make has seen an uptick in thefts this year.
The new hot ticket in town for car thieves? Nissans, which police say have become the second most common vehicle make stolen in Milwaukee this year. In court documents obtained by WTMJ, several thieves would steal the Nissans using key reprogrammers to break in and take the cars without needing the actual car keys. Records indicate most of the reprogrammers recovered by police were developed by Autel. The New York-based company has been ordered to appear in Milwaukee County Court next Thursday. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Decision, Wisconsin. The race to lead the Department of Public Instruction will be decided on April 1st. In a race that's become politicized, both candidates argue how they plan to stay independent if elected during a forum led by Wisconsin Eye. State Superintendent Jill Underly.
It's really about the kids and what's best for kids. And right now, when I look at the landscape of education and public education in Wisconsin, we are not fulfilling our constitutional obligation.
Candidate Brittany Kinzer.
I will use my relationships that I already have with the leadership and the majority, the Republican majority, my relationships with the Democrats, my relationships with the governor's office and local leaders to do what's best for kids, because we have to put politics aside.
Both candidates say they are open to talking with Wisconsin families. The 2025 Wisconsin State Supreme Court race has become one of the most expensive state elections ever. TMJ4 chief political reporter Charles Benson tells Wisconsin's Afternoon News most funding for both campaigns comes from billionaires.
But we are seeing the billionaires on the Democratic side with George Soros, the governor from Illinois, and then on the Republican side with Elon Musk and Diane Hendricks. So it has become this battle of billionaires as Wisconsin decides who's going to control.
Early voting underway across Wisconsin, with the polls set to close on April 1st. A Waterford teen faces a long road ahead after being paralyzed in an out-of-state car crash.
Waterford junior Evelyn Laux, known as Evie, has always been the light in the room. Her dad, TJ.
She's very active, very outgoing. She loves to play sports, go hunting, fishing.
Evie was involved in a single-car crash in Nebraska and left paralyzed. Her road ahead will be long and expensive, according to her mom, Connie.
It's not like a typical person that can just walk to the next room to get ready in the mornings. It's all going to be quite a challenge for her.
Her parents say Evie is slowly coming to grips with her new reality. John Mercure, WTMJ News.
Time for news about your money in the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Dow down 228 points. The Nasdaq is off 59. The S&P 500 down 25. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 10:04.
Finally home. What's wrong?
I'm tired of this old, beaten down, ugly garage door.
All right, it's not that bad.
Really? It's so old.
Yeah?
And it breaks all the time.
Okay, yeah, I hear you.
It's dirty. It's loud. It doesn't even close.
Give your old garage door new life. Get a new garage door from Lifetime Door Company. Register to win a free door plus free installation at WTMJ.com.
Doesn't even close, and the track is dented.
Okay, you've made your point.
Look at the windows. They're busted.
IndyCar racing returns to the Milwaukee Mile at Wisconsin State Fair Park on August 23rd and 24th for the Snap-on Milwaukee Mile 250 weekend. Secure your seats in the grandstands for the best views of all the action. Plus, we've pulled out all the stops with incredible food and live entertainment in the epic free fan zone. Race tickets are on sale now at wistatefair.com. Get ready because IndyCar is back with the Snap-on Milwaukee Mile 250 August 23rd and 24th.
Please, please, please. Hear that? That's shady Brad Schimmel on his knees begging for money from wealthy billionaires who want to buy Wisconsin's Supreme Court.
I have to crawl around begging people.
And the more Brad Schimmel begs,
please, please, please,
the more they shell out. Because everyone knows shady Brad Schimmel is for sale.
I have to crawl around begging people.
After all, Schimmel cut a crooked plea deal with a man caught with child pornography. After his lawyer gave Schimmel thousands in campaign cash. What could have been a 25-year sentence was dropped to just 3 years for that sick predator. So it's no wonder billionaires want shady Brad Schimmel on the Wisconsin Supreme Court. They've seen Schimmel help his campaign donors, just like he did for that criminal's lawyer.
I have to invest in knee pads.
Brad Schimmel, if you're listening, get up off your knees. You're embarrassing yourself. Paid for by the Justice Project.
Please, please, please.
Not authorized by any candidate or candidate's agent or committee.
Please, please, please.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. Wisconsin advances to the second round of the NCAA tournament. Number 3 Badgers blew out 14-seeded Montana 85-66 in the East region. They face number 6 BYU in round 2 tomorrow. Badger Sports Update sponsored by Siding Unlimited, Siding, and a whole lot more. Marquette is number 7 in the South. They tip off against 10th-seeded New Mexico tonight. This college basketball tournament update brought to you by Outdoor Living Unlimited. The Bucks blasted the Lakers 118-89 from Los Angeles. The Bucks visit the Kings tomorrow night. Spring training, Brewers square off against the Diamondbacks from Phoenix. Milwaukee improves to 14-11 in exhibition play following a recent win over the White Sox. Take a look at the roads now with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver traffic. We have a new crash that has closed Highway 18 eastbound at Sunny Slope Road. That just happened in the last half hour or so. Again, that's going to be closed eastbound Highway 18 at Sunny Slope Road. I-43 south about a half mile beyond the ramp from Beecher Street. Right shoulder there blocked due to a broken down vehicle. Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Increasing cloudiness, breezy today. Chance for an afternoon or evening shower, high 55. Rain or even snow flurries possible overnight, low of 26. Clouds early tomorrow, increasing sunshine, high 37. A wintry mix likely on Sunday, a high 47. Chance for a snow shower on Monday, just a slight chance. Otherwise, mostly cloudy, breezy, high Monday 43. Then a slight chance of rain on Tuesday, mostly cloudy with a high 44. 43 in Madison, 39 in Green Bay, 45 in Milwaukee. I'm Connie Weber, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 10:08.
We like to do things by the numbers. We're all about commerce and community. Welcome to the Upswing, presented by Oricon Bank, the natural choice for all your banking needs. Now for the host that's always on the upswing, Jeff Sherman.
Now, to business, gentlemen.
Good morning, Wisconsin. Good morning, Milwaukee. Happy Friday. Hope your day is off to a wonderful start. Hope your brackets are looking good. You know, we're only one day into it. Played the long game. It's a long tournament. Don't get frazzled. Stay locked in and have fun. That's what it's all about. So we're looking at the third Friday of Lent today. And as I've done the last couple weeks, I want to give you a Fish Fry Friday price index. I got a couple different versions for you this morning. Thinking about where to go, and I want to keep it regional. I'm going to go west a little bit from downtown Milwaukee tonight. Go out to Neshota, Wisconsin. The oldest supper club in the state of Wisconsin 1848. The Red Circle Inn. Now, this fish fry has a little something different. JoJo's. What are JoJo's, you ask? Well, they are these wonderful potato wedges, just that, you can only get at the good supper clubs in and around Wisconsin. So the Red Circle Inn, every Friday, their fish fry, it's a crispy Great Lakes perch with JoJo's, which is these wonderful potato wedges, green beans, and tartar sauce. Now, don't get mad. This isn't the low price leader in any way, shape, or form, but it's a wonderful old school venue with some really cool modern updates in there. It's $33 for the fish fry. It's a little higher end for sure, but the experience at Red Circle Inn, the service and the tradition and the quality, absolutely off the charts. And you're going to want to save a little bit of room for the old-fashioned bundt cake. Just an amazing dessert out there at the Red Circle Inn. But you're saying, Jeff, all right, I want to stay under $10. I'm going to recommend the Northwoods Walleye Sandwich at Culver's. You can't skip on Culver's during this fish fry season. That walleye sandwich, only $7.69. Yeah, you're looking at, 620 calories there. But you want the low-cost leader and still something that's really quick and high quality. That walleye sandwich at Culver's will take care of your Friday fish fry. All right, today on the show, we're going to have some more news on new food and food trucks at American Family Field. We'll get you ready for the weekend of sports betting with the VP of Digital Gaming at Potawatomi Casino and Hotel. Justin Arnett will join the show. We will close with some good news on veterans and much, much more. But as we do each and every morning, let's go. 2 Up.
Now it's time for the 2 Up on the Upswing.
2 Up, 2 things in the business world that I'm seeing that you need to know about right now. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang yesterday announced via the Financial Times a significant investment plan committing hundreds of billions of dollars over the next 4 years to enhance U.S.-based manufacturing of chips and electronics. Now, the move is part, of course, of a broader industry trend towards onshoring, influenced by recent U.S. trade policies that include and encourage domestic production. But this announcement was made with discussions of financial media highlighting the partnerships that NVIDIA has with Taiwan Semiconductor and Foxconn to facilitate this shift. Also this week, the world's most valuable chip maker announced that it's coming to Boston in a big partnership that will create Boston's Q-era commuting to create the NVIDIA Accelerated Quantum Research Center. A little bit more local here in downtown Milwaukee, Wells Fargo is leaving its branch in downtown as plans continue to move forward to convert the 100 East office tower into apartments. The bank occupying that space is leaving. That bank is Wells Fargo, reporting at the Milwaukee Business Journal. And Wells Fargo spokesperson Mike Suslark says the bank does not have plans to relocate or open another branch in downtown Milwaukee. Still a lot of banks in downtown Milwaukee. You look at it, we got Town Bank, we got BMO Harris, got Bank 5-9, CIBC, U.S. Bank, People's Bank, Chase Bank. A little farther outside of downtown Milwaukee, North Shore Bank. A lot of financial institutions right here in the heart of the state of Wisconsin, right here in downtown Milwaukee. Coming up next, speaking of downtown Milwaukee, fans from all over the country are here. And I'm guessing maybe they're putting a little bit of money on the games. Potawatomi Sportsbook indeed will be full. We'll get the scoop on all the betting and much, much more. This is The Upswing. You're listening to WTMJ.
Whatever you want to call this season, we're over it. Time to look forward to
fly ball, right field. It is deep. It is gone!
Spring training is finally here and back on the radio.
Free look, high drive, deep right, way back. Noel's going to be a spectator on that one.
Make sure to catch our next spring training broadcast as the Brewers take on the Diamondbacks Friday night at 8. No matter the season, we are the home of the Brewers. WTMJ.
Founded by inventors, fueled by community, and focused on business. This is WTMJ's Jeff Sherman speaking on behalf of my good friends at Horicon Bank. Horicon Bank, they've been doing banking differently since 1896. How? Your financing requests, they can be approved in days. You don't have to wait weeks because your banker understands you and your business. Service and products go hand in hand. They provide top-notch products to meet your cash flow needs. Horicon Bank, they always get the job done together, doing good. That's their vision, and they're committed to doing what it takes to help your business grow. Horicon Bank, truly the natural choice. Member FDIC.
Pastor Tim Butker here, inviting you to join us each week for Christian Crusaders. The Bible tells the greatest story ever told, one of hope, redemption, and new life. As we journey through a Bible overview and head towards Easter, we remember the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ, the Son of God, who conquered sin and the grave for us all. Grow in faith with us as we open the all-powerful Word of God. Tune in Sundays at 6 a.m. on WTMJ.
Enjoy the Fox and Hounds restaurant's fabulous all-you-can-eat fish fry. It's one of the best. The magnificent Sunday brunch is also all-you-can-eat. Kids and grandkids under 3 eat free. Call and reserve foxandhoundsrestaurant.com.
Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. Indeed's sponsored jobs feature helps you stand out and hire fast. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Welcome back to the Upswing. I'm Jeff Sherman. March Madness is upon us. Best time of the year. You know, I have been doing my NCAA brackets with a board member that I met about 28 years ago. Every year we get together, not only to catch up, but to do our brackets together. It's a great tradition. And, you know, that's what the tournament has become. It's about family. It's about community. It's about competition, and it's about fun. Potawatomi Sportsbook, for sure, is full today. Justin Arnott is the Vice President of Digital Gaming for Potawatomi Casino and Hotel. Justin, I know you're busy today, so I appreciate you spending a little time with us this morning.
Oh, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So I just wanted to know, like, how's the introduction of the sports book transformed just the overall atmosphere and even some of the clientele at Potawatomi Casino? It's such a vibrant, wonderful new space. It's kind of have drawn a new crowd for you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we see it, you know, on the analytics side with our database, you know, it gets a little more male and younger in general. But it, it just brings a whole new demographic. Maybe people that weren't necessarily into the slots or the table games or bingo or all the other stuff, you know, that we offer, but the more of the core sports fans. And so, like, we're really seeing them come on property. And as far as the energy and the atmosphere, I mean, it's a game changer, right? Yeah. Especially on events like March Madness, or, you know, we show all the big pay-per-view events like the UFC fights or the big boxing matches or NFL Sundays, all of that. I mean, the energy, it's palpable, right? You go in the space and it's just people having a great time, moving around. And, you know, I like get goosebumps thinking about how much fun we have in there. Like yesterday, it was awesome. It was a sea of red, you know, for the Wisconsin game for March Madness. And, you know, it was really cool.
So what are the hours, and talk a little bit just about process for me. You know, if you haven't put a bet down and you want to kind of, you're a first-time bettor, what's that process look like? And talk to us about the hours and even the reservations now, because this is an especially busy time of the year.
Sure. So, you know, it depends on the day of the week. During the weekdays, on a typical week where the sports books open, the betting counters like from, I want to say 11 to 11. It sounds about right. And then on the weekend, maybe like midnight. So we open a little earlier on the weekend. But that's just for the ticket writer counter, right? So we have over 90 kiosks around the property. on 24/7. And the actual space is open, and the sports book itself is open 24/7. So in the middle of the night, if you really want to catch Sports Center or whatever, you can go there and hang out. And then the restaurant portion, because we also serve food in the sports book.
Yeah.
It's open daily at 4 p.m. and then it's 10 a.m. on the weekends. For March Madness, we've got a little bit extended hours. We're there for all the madness. As far as the reservations, it's been a popular ticket. I'm not sure that we have anything available right now. I think we're full to the max. Maybe Sunday there might be a few openings, but on our website at Potawatomi.com, I think /casino/sportsbook, we have like a reservation portal where you can go on and, it's a food and beverage minimum commitment. Is really all those, is what, it just goes towards your tab. But that's really all the reservation is. We're not, charging a fee or anything on top. It's just a commitment to spend basically, because there's so much demand. We have to figure out some way to do it.
And there's still like standing room only opportunities. Obviously, if you don't have a reserved table, you can still hang out and see the screens and partake in the energy. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, for March Madness specifically, because we have the main sports book. Excuse me, I got something in my throat. But we have the main sports book, and we have this new edition that we're calling the Annex. It's just around the corner from the sports book. It's got some big projection screens and some couches and some tables. Most of those tables, the couches are reservable, but the tables are just first come, first serve. And then up at our restaurant, the Rock and Brews, we have a lot of great screens in there, and so we're using that as a viewing party for March Madness. So or even in Marketplace, we have TV. So we have plenty of options around property if you didn't get into the reservation. So just, the energy is just great everywhere. We're talking with Justin Arnott of Potawatomi Casino and Hotel. Justin, when we come back, I want to talk a bit about the path to mobile gaming in Wisconsin, and then help us walk through what I can bet on and what I can't bet on, because I know there's obviously rules and regulations, but there's some specifics that I think some first-time bettors may not be aware of. This is The Upswing. You're listening to WTMJ.
Gruber Law Office's Thanalysis Live is back. March 29th at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Join Thanasis Adetokunbo for a live show that's sure to entertain like none other. Last year, it was a surprise appearance from ESPN's Stephen A. Smith. You never know what Thanasis has planned for 2025. Get your tickets to Thanalysis Live right now. Visit ESPN Milwaukee on Twitter for event and ticket info. It's Gruber Law Office's Thanalysis Live, presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel and Carbless. Also supported by the Prisoner Wine Company and McDonald's.
Are you over 18 years old, over 280 pounds, and interested in participating in a clinical research study? If so, you may be eligible to participate in a research study involving MRI scanning. You may qualify to participate if you are 18 years of age or older and not employed by GE Healthcare, are able to hear and understand English, are over 280 pounds, are not pregnant, do not have any tattoos or permanent makeup, have no implants with the exception of permanent orthodontic retainers and breast implants. Pierre O'Godden is a principal investigator for the study being held at 3200 North Grandview Boulevard in Waukesha. Study scans are investigational, and the use of these devices has not been cleared by the FDA. The study is not being performed for diagnostic purposes and is not intended to replace your medical care. Your appointment will last up to 4 hours, and for your time and travel to GE Healthcare in Waukesha, you'll be offered a gift card valued at $80 per appointment at GE Healthcare's MRI facility. To learn more, please call GE Healthcare at 262-312-7855. Again, that's 262-312-7855.
Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers, where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom-quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
It's Gina Della. You've heard me define what makes Pella Windows and Doors different. Let me introduce you to the woman behind the billboards, commercials, and share my extraordinary journey of resilience, reinvention, and shattering glass ceilings every Saturday morning at 6:30 on 620 WTMJ and anywhere you stream podcasts for What's the Difference with Gina Della to discuss business coaching across all industries, featuring successful executives, entrepreneurs, and mentors along the way. This is a story you won't want to miss.
You got to know when to hold up, know when to fold up, know when to walk away.
Welcome back to the Upswing. I'm Jeff Sherman. This is the first March Madness for Potawatomi Sportsbook. Justin Arnett, the Vice President of Digital Gaming at Potawatomi Casino and Hotel, joins us. So, Justin, can you walk us through a little bit of a betting 101 for us? Obviously, you have the kiosks all over at the casino, but if I walk up to the window to place a bet, can I ask questions? Can I get advice? Just walk me through the process a little bit.
Yeah, if you're a first-timer, that's exactly what I would recommend. Just go with our ticket writers. We have very good ticket writers. They're knowledgeable, helpful, friendly, and you can ask them whatever you want,
Okay.
If you want to ask them what to bet on, sure, they can give you their opinion. I'd recommend you just trusting your own gut, but but yeah, they're happy to tell you if you kind of give them a general direction of what you want. I like this team. I think they can win. I think they're going to win by a lot. They can point you in the direction of whatever kind of bet that you want to do.
Okay, all right, that's good to know. I just want to make it easy for people. Obviously, I want people to be responsible, trust their gut, but also know that hey, you're there to have a good time, and hey, if you have questions, it's okay to ask those questions. Another question I have is, as a passionate Marquette fan, Wisconsinite, can I bet on my home team?
Unfortunately, you cannot. We have regulations. Yeah, there are regulations in place for us that we cannot take bets on our local college teams. So we're technically not allowed to make bets on anything in Wisconsin, but they made exceptions for the Bucks, the Packers, the Brewers. So we can take bets on that, but as far as college, currently we're not able to offer that.
Okay. And in terms of player prop bets, what do those look like in terms of the variety of things to bet on?
Sure. For college, there's not a lot of that.
Okay.
It's mostly a pro thing, but like, let's say a basketball game, right? You can bet on how many rebounds maybe that Giannis is going to have, or how many points he's going to have, or how many threes they might have, or assists. I mean, we have a huge menu. I mean, on a typical basketball game, you might have 300 or 400 betting options. But like for college, it's down to like 60 or 70 options. So it sounds, when you compare it to 350, it's not a lot, but we still have 67 betting options or whatever on a game. So
okay.
We make it easy. If you can be creative, there's a pretty good chance that we've got the bet option for you.
All right. I wanted to get your thoughts, even predictions on path to mobile gaming throughout the state of Wisconsin, and what that could look like based upon your experience in the industry.
Yeah, I don't want to get too much in the weeds there, but from a legislative point of view, it would be fairly difficult because it would require a constitutional amendment, and it's a heavy lift politically, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a potential path for the tribes to enter into a compact with the state. I'm not going to opine too much on that. I'm optimistic just because I think it's kind of inevitable, and I think regulated gaming is better than unregulated gaming, which is happening right now. So, I'm optimistic, but that's a conversation between, the tribal leadership and the state leadership, and I'm just a business guy.
Mm-hmm. All right. And speaking of business, what's the comparison of March Madness volume to Super Bowl? Is there any comparison there, or is the Super Bowl just next level in terms of dollars and participation?
No, that's a great question. If you were to take March Madness as a whole, it's larger than the Super Bowl, right? For an individual day or an individual event, the Super Bowl crushes it, right? It's a one crazy day, but March Madness is like, I don't know, maybe 80% of the Super Bowl several days in a row, at least this first week. So, in totality, it ends up being, comparable or maybe even more. So it's a pretty crazy time for us. I make a really kind of a dad joke a lot where I say March Madness is our Super Bowl in the sportsbook world.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm sure you'll have fans from all across the country in today. I mean, it's a great time with the first and second rounds here in downtown Milwaukee. Lots of energy, lots of activity. Justin Arnett, Vice President of Digital Gaming at Potawatomi Casino and Hotel. Thanks for your time this morning, Justin. Enjoy March Madness and the weekend.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 10:30, ABC News, and then local headlines are coming up next.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. A spokesman for Britain's National Grid says all the homes around London's Heathrow Airport now have power, and there is electricity on at the airport as well. They're still waiting for an update as to whether there's enough power for the airport to function properly. Elon Musk has left the Pentagon with Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. Earlier today, both rejected a story in the New York Times that said Musk was being briefed about plans should the U.S. and China go to war. Before you head to this dispensary this weekend, you might want to listen to this story.
Data on more than 4.6 million people shows that young marijuana users are 6 times more likely to suffer a heart attack than those who abstain. Researchers say cannabis may affect heart rhythm and raise oxygen demand in the heart muscle, even in people under 50 years old. The study is published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology.
ABC's Jim Ryan. Fewer than 1% of NCAA tournament brackets are still perfect after Thursday's games. This is ABC News.
Unlimited WTMJ News Time 10:31. I'm Connie Weber. Slenderman attacker Morgan Geyser will need to wait a bit longer for conditional release after a scheduled hearing was postponed till April 28th. Wisconsin Community Services is still working on her conditional release plan, which will transition her from Winnebago Mental Health Institute to a group home. Geyser's lived at the Health Institute since 2017 after she was found not guilty by reason of mental defect in the stabbing of her 12-year-old friend, Peyton Leitner. 2 early morning shootings in Milwaukee. First happened just after 3 a.m., 10th and Hadley. A teen tried to steal a car when a second teen shot at them. 16-year-old went to the hospital with injuries. The 17-year-old arrested. Both are facing charges. 5 minutes later, a 42-year-old died from a shooting near 7th and Beecher. 47-year-old taken to the hospital for treatment. Police looking for a known suspect in that case. Milwaukee police need help finding a shooting suspect for a situation on Tuesday. Happened around 8:30 p.m. near Center Street and Velv R. Phillips on Milwaukee's north side. The suspect fled on foot after the shooting. He's described as an African-American man between 30 and 40, 5'10", with a medium build. You can see his photo and get more details on our website, WTMJ.com. Time for some news about your money. In the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update, markets are still down. Dow off 245 points, 41,707. The Nasdaq is down 103 at 17,588. The S&P 500 down 36 points at 5,626. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Taking a look at the roads now with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver traffic. We have a broken down vehicle. It is off right, but it looks like it is slowing traffic. This is going to be I-94 East, about a mile and a half beyond the ramp from Barker Road. Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Increasing cloudiness today. Breezy, a chance for an afternoon and evening shower. High 55. Rain or snow flurries possible overnight with a low 26. Early clouds tomorrow, then increasing sunshine. High 37. Wintry mix possible on Sunday. We should say even likely with a high Sunday 47. Slight chance of a snow shower Monday 43 for the high. And then rain possible on Tuesday. Mostly cloudy. High 44. 43 in Madison. 39 in Green Bay. 45 in Milwaukee. I'm Connie Weber. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 10:33.
He's Donald Trump's right-hand man, Elon Musk. And now Musk is trying to buy Brad Schimmel a seat on the Wisconsin Supreme Court. Because Musk knows when you buy Schimmel, he'll do whatever you want. Like when Schimmel gave a plea deal to a man caught with child porn after the man's lawyer gave Schimmel thousands of dollars. And Schimmel will ban abortion with no exceptions for rape, incest, or the health of the mother. Deeply corrupt and totally extreme. That's the real Brad Schimmel. There's a better choice.
I'm Judge Susan Crawford. As a former prosecutor and now as a judge, I've made sure rapists, murderers, and child predators were behind bars.
Protecting your family and your most basic rights. That's Judge Susan Crawford.
And I trust women to make their own healthcare decisions. Brad Schimmel doesn't, but I always will.
So on April 1st, vote for Judge Susan Crawford, Supreme Court. Paid for by Susan Crawford for Wisconsin.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after, an in-depth recap of every Bucks game in 6 minutes. No more, no less. Bucks in 6 provides game recaps for every game. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis.
Puts it on the floor, spins down the lane, and plunges it through.
Or the deep threes from Dame.
Dame time has arrived with 107.
Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Find it now on bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Come on in and take advantage of Fleet Farm Member Appreciation Days, March 20th through the 26th. Fleet Rewards members can take an extra 10% off qualifying purchases, in-store and online. Not a member? Sign up to get your discount now. The extra 10% is our way of thanking you for being a loyal Fleet Rewards member. So stock up on everything you need during Member Appreciation Days, now through Wednesday, and enjoy even more savings at Fleet Farm. Some restrictions apply.
Is that coffee?
That's it. I'm getting 100 cups of coffee, starting now.
Time for a quick look at your coffee and how much it costs. It's the Upswing's Coffee Index.
Smells good.
Welcome back to the Upswing. Quick check on coffee prices. It's Friday. I needed a little larger coffee to get me through it. It's been a busy week. Just lots of meetings, lots going on. So I went with this 16-ounce at the Stone Creek Cafe on Downer Avenue. $3.25 with tax. But I'm thinking, wow, I might need another cup later in the day. And I'm like, wonder what like a coffee happy hour could look like. Producer Jaslyn, you got any information about coffee happy hours in the area?
Well, I have some good news and I got some bad news.
Ooh.
The bad news is it's too late for coffee happy hour.
Okay.
But the good news is it does exist. It's at Interval Coffee, 2 locations, one in Bayview.
Okay.
One right, that one is where KK, Lincoln, and Howell kind of intersect across the street from the Collectivo.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one's on the east side at, what is that, Pleasant and Jackson, I believe.
Yep, okay.
And so I stopped by there yesterday because none of my coffee stuff worked. I like to make it at home, but when I can't, I'm going to go out. And it's right there on my easy route from St. Francis. So I went in there. Barista gave me a smile and said, I'll just have a 12-ounce cup.
All right.
And it's like, oh, well, it's coffee happy hour.
Ooh.
And so do you know how much my coffee cost?
Did you get 2 for happy hour or was it $1 off? Let me guess, $1.50.
I wish.
No.
It was $2 though.
Oh,
but
wow.
that's still
Okay.
cheaper than what you got.
Yeah.
So it's $2 off of roasted coffee.
Okay.
And I was like, I mean, she was so nice. I had to give a $2 tip with that too. So it came out to $4.
Yeah.
But 2 at its core, and I was really happy
And
with
that's
it.
high end. You get the pour over like that. That is the good stuff. Wow. Well, good find there. Coffee happy hours. Put it on your list. I love to see it. Well, let's while we're on the coffee food avenue here, a couple of business of food items that I wanted to bring to your attention. New to you, the Brewers yesterday unveiled their food truck vendors for the Alley. The Alley is the team's new food truck park being introduced this year at American Family Field. The team also announced a new vendor for its 3rd Street Market Hall annex. So the Alley Food Park is being added right at the left field loge level. And it expands the ballpark's local food options, which is a really good thing. A couple on the list for this coming season. Opening day, right around the corner, of course. You have Churco's Red Tacos from the operators of the Farmhouse Paint and Sip venue on Milwaukee's South Side. They have these wonderful burritos, these little casito tacos, churros, and more. Just really, really high-end, wonderful Mexican food. Hidden Kitchen MKE's menu as another vendor. It's going to include a Cubano sandwich, Reuben rolls, and steak sandwich. And then you're going to have the Italian-inspired food truck, which is Naughty Plates. They're going to offer Parmesan truffle fries, little pepperoni and sausage calzones, the hot Italian beef sandwiches on its menu. It's women-owned. It's a really well-designed truck, too. They have, if you've seen them at various events around the greater Milwaukee area, that green and black, just really, I would call it kind of Italian pub food. So that's going to be a great addition to the ballpark. A gelato cart will also be selling a variety of gelato flavors. The new vendor at the 3rd Street Market Hall Annex is Creta Mediterranean Grill. They'll have gyros, they'll have lamb and chicken gyros, loaded fries, and always that wonderful tzatziki sauce. So, new stuff, as always, out at American Family Field. Speaking of American Family Field, this past Monday was the 12th annual Wisconsin Tech Summit. It was held there on the stadium's club level. This coming Monday, Tom Still, who's the president of the Wisconsin Technology Council, will join the show to update not only what happened at that event, but to give us an update on Wisconsin's ecosystem and startup technology scene. A lot of great emerging companies for sure. Briefly, 2 years ago, the Sobelman's Bar and Grill in Mequon closed. They still have their location in that original Schlitz Tavern space on St. Paul Avenue, kind of nestled in Milwaukee's historic Menominee Valley. But their Mequon space that they sold a couple years ago will soon be replaced by a restaurant called Mexico Bar and Grill. They plan to open in Mequon by this fall. The owners operate 8 similar restaurants all across the state with identical menus. This, according to the Milwaukee Business Journal, that the Mequon Planning Commission approved the project after addressing some design concerns inside and out, which always happens through the process. But Mexico Bar and Grill will take over the former Sobelman's property on Port Washington Road later this fall. Coming up next, a little inspiration, because it's Friday. We're all about commerce. We're all about community, but we're all about the good things that keep us going each and every day. This is The Upswing. You're listening to WTMJ.
It's time for you and that diamond to come alive again.
At the 4th annual Spring Ring Cleaning at Kessler's.
Even if you have a good ultrasonic jewelry cleaner,
it can't match the pressurized steam cleaning we do at Kessler's.
Let us steam clean and polish your engagement ring.
For free.
I'm Joe Gerke, president of Kessler's, and we want to strip away all the soap scum that is making your diamond look dull.
For free. And while we're doing it, we'll inspect the prongs on your ring to make sure your diamond isn't about to fall out.
It's the 4th annual Spring Ring Cleaning at Kessler's.
Here's another idea. Bring us anything you own that needs to be repaired.
And we'll give you a price to make it like new again.
And if you have some old jewelry you don't wear anymore,
we can make something unique and wonderful out of it.
Unique in all the world.
Welcome to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
When you're due for tire service, visit richlawns.com for the location nearest you.
We'll give you free flat tire repair on every tire we install. No questions asked. I'm Brett Matchke with Rich Lawns. You're due for service.
Rich Lawns.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
This is Brian Wickert, owner of Wisconsin's own AccuNet Mortgage. I get that most home shoppers just go with their bank when it comes to getting pre-approved, but that's probably a mistake because banks have a lot of overhead, like branches, fancy headquarters, and layers of management. That means their closing costs are typically $1,000 to $3,000 higher than AccuNet's for exactly the same rate. And that's not all. Bank pre-approval letters are usually weak and unconvincing, especially compared to AccuNet's rock-solid, fully verified pre-approval that provides a $2,000 guarantee to you and the seller. Our senior loan consultants will also look at every possible way to strengthen your offer and pre-approval in the eyes of that seller, especially if you're offering over the asking price. We even call the listing agent to reinforce what a great buyer you are. Banks don't do all that. Click on the blue button today at Accunet.com and let our passionate mortgage pros help you win while you save a bunch of money, too. That's ACCUNET.com.
For their accounts payable workflow, Junior Achievement of Wisconsin implemented a document management and workflow automation solution from James Imaging Systems. Junior Achievement Vice President of Enterprise Services, Lori Salzman, highlights the positive impact.
That impact has made it much more streamlined for us to handle the entire process from receiving an invoice to having it paid.
How has streamlining your accounts payable workflow benefited Junior Achievement's mission?
It has allowed us to be more on mission and strategically reach out and expand our impact to be able to reach more students.
If others are looking for workflow automation solutions to better serve their clients or customers, what's your suggestion?
If anybody is looking for a good partner that is there to help find solutions, call James Imaging.
Content management and workflow automation from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Welcome back to the Upswing. I'm Jeff Sherman. It's Friday. I want to inspire a little bit. I always enjoy Eric Bilstead's Everyday Hero segments on Wisconsin's Morning News. Take a listen. A toddler recently was tested a bit against his fear of the dark. He was brave enough to help out his great-grandmother after she had a serious fall.
On Wisconsin's Morning News, an everyday hero is identified as an average John or Jane Doe who had no idea when they got up one morning they'd be saving a life. Today we head to Strasburg, Colorado, where Sharon Lewis was babysitting her 3-year-old great-grandson, Bridger. And Bridger loves his great-grandma.
Gigi!
Yeah, he calls her Gigi. So it was late at night, and they had parked outside of the house in this rural area. So they were walking around to the back of the house from the driveway to the back steps.
And we went up to the backyard, dark backyard, and then we got up to the door where I was going to get the keys out.
And that's when Sharon and Bridger tell 9 News KUSA TV that she tripped and fell. She hit her head on the cement steps.
She had her walker and she fell. And when I fell, I hit the corner of the cement step.
Yeah, it was bad. She hit her forehead on the cement steps. It was a mess, you can imagine.
She bonked her head. And then it popped open.
So Sharon is bleeding from the head. She can't get up. She's got this 3-year-old with her. She can't get into the house. She looks for her phone to call for help, and she realizes the cell phone is still in the car on the other side of the house in the dark. So she looked at Bridger.
And I said, you know what? You're going to have to go out to the car and get my phone. I was scared outside in the really dark.
It was really dark, Bridger, and he's not a fan of the super dark, but he gathered up all his courage, wandered to the car, and you can hear him in this audio. This is coming from the Ring camera of the home. If you listen closely, you can hear Sharon in the distance trying to help him while he's walking toward the vehicle. And then listen to when he finds the phone.
Yes, I did it.
Bridger did do it. He found the phone, brought it to great-grandma. Gigi called for help, and Gigi calls him a hero. Imagine that, a 3-year-old being willing and able and not afraid to walk through the darkness to a cell phone that was hidden in a car on the other side of the house. Now, don't tell him yet, though, that he's a big kid. Bridger says, not yet.
I know, but when I grow up like a big kid, I can help Gigi.
Thank you, little Bridger, for being an everyday hero and helping your great-grandma.
Gigi!
Everyday Hero, sponsored by Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, transforming the culture of care. Eric Bilstead, WTMJ News.
You can text HERO to the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line 855-616-1620. Just text HERO. Get more information on this story, a little bit more inspiration for your Friday. When we come back, speaking of inspiration, donations and a big project moving forward for Wisconsin's veterans community. This is The Upswing. You're listening to to WTMJ.
On Wisconsin's Morning News, we profile the average John or Jane Doe who had no idea when they got up one morning that they'd be saving a life, becoming everyday heroes.
There, yeah, she flew off the road right at a bridge, so she went down an embankment. No one could see her vehicle
Until a guy named Johnny Martinez happened to come by.
I said, ma'am, how long have you been here? And she said, I've been here since Wednesday night. And I said, no, it's today's Tuesday.
Everyday Hero, Thursdays at 6:40. Presented by Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, transforming the culture of care.
Tell us a little bit about Innovative Signs.
We're located out in Waukesha. Where we are really focused mostly is manufacturing outdoor electrical signs.
You came to Horicon Bank. How do you think other local businesses can benefit?
When I call, Michelle picks up the phone, and when I email, she responds in a timely manner. A few years ago, I talked to my accountant about shopping around looking for a different bank just to get some alternatives, and he said, absolutely not. You're not going to like working for a big bank. They have a lot more regulations. So that's how we got involved with Cornerstone Bank. When Horicon purchased Cornerstone, we came along for the ride, and it's been great.
Your European experts at Fox World Travel are ramping up and busy as ever. With the trending spring and summer European travel season, Fox European experts mean you can maximize your time soaking up the warm weather, blooming flowers, and vibrant landscapes without worrying about your travel or missing a moment. Port hop along the Mediterranean with Viking or Princess, or design your own bucket list adventure with Insight Vacations. Visit us online or call 866-GO-FOX-GO. Your European immersion awaits.
Siding Unlimited, named the best window installers, not just here, but in the whole USA. Get the best. Siding Unlimited, 5-time winner as America's best window installer. For windows you call Siding Unlimited first and directly. SidingUnlimited.com.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano here for Shopco Optical. Get eyewear for everything you do at Shopco Optical. Schedule your annual comprehensive eye exam, check out new frame styles, and order your annual supply of contact lenses, all in one place. Enjoy the time and attention your eyes deserve at Shopco Optical. Receive quality eye care and a personalized vision solution tailored to your specific vision and lifestyle needs. Call Shopco Optical or visit shopco.com to schedule an appointment at a location nearest you.
I think one of the things that patients don't realize is that when they get a joint replacement, that's not a lifetime treatment option. And they're probably, if they are a younger patient, signing up for multiple surgeries down the road.
As a physician and medical director for QC Kinetics, Dr. Caravelli's seen a pattern of trending joint pain. Prolonged medication, steroids, then surgery, possibly another surgery.
So a lot of our patients are trying to avoid or put off surgery, and this is the treatment that can help them do that.
QC Kinetics extracts your body's healing substances, concentrates them back into your aching joints to help heal and restore those areas, providing lasting relief.
Oh, I love being able to tell my patients, before we do this surgery, let's try another option. Let's see if this is right for you, because now they might not have to have surgery at all.
Call today for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee. From the Annex Wealth Management Studios, this is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Welcome back to The Upswing. I'm Jeff Sherman. Yesterday, Milwaukee Tool presented a $250,000 donation to the Veterans Community Project of Milwaukee. It's a specialized village of 40 transitional homes with wraparound support services, all designed to help veterans experiencing homelessness regain the dignity of home. It's a really significant contribution that's going to support efforts to build a village on 60th Street in Milwaukee. The project, currently in the fundraising stage, is going to provide not only essential housing from a tiny home standpoint, really innovative project for sure, but it's going to help veterans transition out of homelessness into more stability in their lives. So this is a Kansas City-based veterans community project. It hopes to begin construction this year on 40 tiny homes on the 7-acre site at 6767 North 60th Street. The homes are going to range from 240 to 340 square feet and they'll be provided rent-free to veterans. Now, the project needs $2.5 million to begin site work. So far, it's at about $1.2 million raised. Another $4 million could come from state funds. The organization is hoping to obtain $4 million in state funds through the 2025-27 budget, which will take effect July 1st. The thing I love about this project, it is truly bipartisan. It is being supported and led by Senator Patrick Testin, a Republican from Stevens Point, and Senator Dora Drake, a Democrat from Milwaukee. Both attended an event yesterday at Milwaukee Tool's downtown offices to celebrate the fundraising progress for the event. Supportive, affordable veterans housing is needed, and it needs to be embraced. So it's great to see a collaborative, bipartisan effort here. The Milwaukee development is going to be very similar to housing projects that the organization has developed in Kansas City, in St. Louis, as well as Sioux Falls and Longmont, Colorado. Another development is also planned for Arizona in Glendale. Just a quick look. If you're thinking, do I need to come to Fiserv Forum for games today? You know, if you bought the tickets originally, strips of tickets, you know, in the upper level, probably going to set you back $1,000 or so. I mean, that was the face value to get the strip of tickets for the entire game slate. But you look at verified resale right now on Ticketmaster, you can get in the door for a game today. Section 218, row 13. I'm seeing a seat for $95. So if you're thinking, wow, I've never experienced March Madness live, this is your opportunity. Find a way. You will not regret it. Enjoy the tournament. Enjoy the weekend. We'll see you Monday. Coming up next is Wisconsin's Midday News. But first, let's take a look at local business headlines.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
A Milwaukee-based